Is Population 1 really Fortnite in VR? And does it match up to the hype? Or is it just another VR Battle Royale game destined to die alone, with a player count of 1? We find out in our review of Population 1. Also, if you enjoyed the video, then please give it a thumbs up and share if you can, as it lets me know to make more of this type of content. And subscribe to the channel for everything VR related. Remember, I'm also giving away an Oculus Quest 2 headset if we reach our goal. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like the video and follow the instructions below. You have to be in it to win it, so don't miss out. Let's get straight into the video. So, graphics and performance are up first. Graphically, the game is actually really impressive. The graphics aren't realistic in the same way that you would find in games like Half-Life Alyx, as they are more cartoony in nature, similar to Fortnite. However, despite that, they are actually quite impressive. This includes on the Quest 2. You will always have graphics looking better on the PC, however on the Quest 2 they have still done a great job. On the Quest, however, it is noticeable that it has been downgraded, but from what I have noticed, it is only things that don't affect gameplay. So it does look pretty decent and you will be happy with how it looks. There are actually a lot of different weapon types that you can get, and they all have different looks. Plus for each one you can unlock new skins. Some of the skins actually look amazing. Just to get rid of the elephant in the room, there are microtransactions in the game. However, they are only set for cosmetics. To be honest, personally I'm not bothered about microtransactions as long as they are cosmetic. Plus, there are enough unlockables without them. Additionally, there are also player skins you can unlock. And when I say player skins, it's not Asian, white or black. They're actually different characters. That could be Asian, white or black. And for now, you can't actually change their skin tone. Moving on to performance. To be honest, the best thing that the developers Big Box VR could have done is test the game rigorously. And that's exactly what they did. They tested it almost every day, and the result is that majority of the bugs have already been ironed out. Unlike other developers that release the game and the people buying it become the beta testers. So I do have to commend them for that. However, there are still bugs that you will come across, but the team is really good at dealing with them, so if you flag it to them, they will usually sort it out. The game runs great both on the PC and the Quest 2 systems. However, on the Quest it's a little bit more rough in comparison, where a lot of action is going on, but still perfectly playable. Now, just to touch up on sound a little bit. There is no music when you're playing the game, however, that's actually a good thing, because you need to use your ears to listen to the footsteps of the players that might be near you. It has saved me a few times when someone was in the building and I could hear them. When you're gliding, the sound effect is actually pretty cool and makes you feel like Superman. The sound of the guns, however, all sound very similar, so I would have preferred if there was a distinguishable difference between them. But in the heat of battle you don't really notice it. Now let's move on to the gameplay and why you would buy the game. Let me first start off by saying that the game is actually a lot of fun, but it does have its flaws. Another thing I want to mention is that I don't really care for Battle Royales that much, as after a while they do get stale, unless they add a reason to keep playing. So, does Population 1 match up to the hype of being called Fortnite in VR? Well, the answer is yes and no. There are technically 3 game modes in the game. The first one is a short tutorial where you will start off just to show you the ropes of how the game mechanics work, such as building, climbing, gliding, reviving, reloading and shooting. I'll come to each of these in a bit. Next is single player mode where you will play against only bots. Now when I played, all the bots came after me like it was Silence of the Lambs, which freaked me out a little, but the bots are easy enough to kill. The next game mode is where you will be spending all of your time, and that is the multiplayer. So here you will start in a loading area and be able to run around and test how to play the game until enough people arrive. The maximum is 18 people in the game. Once ready, you will be transported into the battle arena and be with a squad of 3 people. You can either squad up with your friends or you will be assigned random people in your team. Then you will need to go into a pod and launch yourself on the battlefield. This part is quite cool, although one frustrating thing is that someone can steal your pad. However, if somehow you don't have a pod remaining, you can actually just glide into the battlefield yourself. But that is a bad idea since you will probably die. Anyway, if everything went fine, you will be able to choose where you land. You have access to the map which tells you the names of the areas, so you can communicate with your team where you want to land. The idea is to stick together, because if you are even one person down, you can be at a big disadvantage. This game might be called Population 1, but there is a heavy emphasis on squad play, so it's technically Population 3. Going on to teamwork, you are able to share your items as well as being able to revive your teammates. So even if one dies, it's not the end, they will walk around like a ghost until they are revived or the whole squad dies. This is actually useful, as they will be able to act as a ghost scout until revived. To revive your teammate, you will need to pull out your paddles and spin them around really fast. They will charge and eventually you will be able to bring your fallen teammate back. To be honest, the balance is quite good as they do take a good time to charge. However, you can also charge them while moving, so as long as you aren't being hunted down, you should be able to bring your teammate back from death. Okay, so when you first land on the map, similar to Fortnite, you will need to go loot immediately and try and find weapons, ammo, shields, health and backpack upgrades. The weapons you find will have different rarities and ratings. The more stars it has, the better the weapon and the more damage it will do. Plus, as I've mentioned, there are loads of different weapon types. They don't have LMGs for balancing reasons, but other than that, they have everything from assault rifles, SMGs, shotguns, snipers and many more. Each with their own ammo and reload mechanics. Although the sniper scope is a little different and actually difficult to use, as the whole screen is covered when you look down scope on a sniper and you can't actually see anything else, making it very difficult to use. But if you can get good, they are pretty powerful. Plus, all the snipers I found were bolt action, so need to be clocked back each time you shoot. One thing which is quite interesting is that the developers took the approach of a semi-realistic reloading mechanic, where you only need to do half of the steps to reload the weapons, by just inserting the clips that are already there and clocking the gun back. This does make firefights more intense and the game a lot more fast paced, as you aren't fiddling around your body searching for ammo. The backpack updates allow you to carry more items, so it's always a great thing when you find them first. The food items are actually quite fun to use. So to eat the banana, you actually have to peel all of the sides, and then you put it towards your mouth to eat it, and get 50 health back. However, you can also consume a drink by opening the can, and again drinking like you would do in real life. The drink gives you health back slowly, so it's best to use just before a fight. Next is the climbing mechanics, which are actually quite fun to use. You basically climb like you're Spider-Man. You're able to climb without any weight and as quickly as you can move your arms. And when they say you can climb anything, it's true. You can climb anything that you can see. This includes the structures you make. So, similar to Fortnite, Population 1 has a gameplay mechanic allowing you to build structures. However, it's not the same as Fortnite, and I personally feel like it's a little lacking. Just to compare, in Fortnite there are multiple different types of materials from wood, stone and metal, requiring different times to complete and different damage to knock down. However, in Population 1 there is only one type, which are the metal structures, and that take around 3 shots to take down. Not only that, you can only build the structures in a box style, meaning left wall, right wall, a roof and a bottom floor. You can mix and match, but it's just these 4 that you can make. Another difference is that in Fortnite you'll be in a third person perspective and still be able to see your enemy and they can see you. However, since the game is in VR, once you build a structure in front of your enemy, you can't see them and they can't see you. This can be good and bad, however for balancing purposes they can't really do much to this. The feature I would like to be implemented are stairs, as there is no way to elevate yourself like you can in Fortnite, allowing the battles to take place on a higher ground, making it a lot more interesting. Here you would have to climb the structures you built to be able to do that. Personally, I find that kills the fun and action a little bit and removes the need to build structures. From what I saw every game I played, no one was really using the structures in battle, since they take 3 shots and they're gone as well. Although, that being said, if you can get good with them, I think they can be powerful to have your enemy waste their ammo. Next is the gliding mechanic. This is actually super fun. While gliding around on the map scared to be shot down, sometimes I wish that there was a single player story mode allowing me to just use the movement. But I think it has been implemented really well, where any sort of incline will allow you to put your arms out and glide across. It's actually the best way to traverse through the map. Also, I didn't have any motion sickness when playing the game at all, and I was playing on the full immersion setting. However, if you do get motion sickness, there are different comfort levels which will add a vignette on screen, reducing your field of view when moving fast. If you get motion sickness with full locomotion games, then you might want to skip this one as there is no teleportation option. But personally, I think the developers have done a great job at managing this. Now talking about the map. Currently there is only one. I'm not sure if there are plans on creating more, but I would say it's probably likely. Although because there is only one map that isn't actually even that big, the game can get a little repetitive after a short while. The only thing that would generally keep me playing is that you're able to unlock new skins for weapons and new characters. However, again, it's not really that big of an incentive when it's the same map over and over. Not only that, most of the map kind of looks the same, with a few towers and assets here and there. One final thing to mention is similar to other Battle Royale games, the maps get smaller and smaller, but does it every 30 seconds, which makes the match relatively quick. I think it's a good strategy as you don't want to be waiting around for ages like in PUBG. Now when it comes to replayability and likelihood of people sticking around for a while, I think if they don't come up with new maps, then there will be an issue. People will love the game for a short while, however eventually it will get stale. Another big issue for me is the price. The cost of the game is $30, which is actually very high, especially considering they're also monetizing with cosmetic microtransactions. I believe the game should have been around $20 to $25. It has really cool game mechanics, but there isn't enough content to justify that price right now. But that's a subjective element as well. If you have plenty of disposable income, then 100% get this game as it will be a lot of fun. Another thing is that game is cross-buy on Oculus, meaning if you buy it for PC VR, you will also get it for the Quest or Quest 2. I love it when developers do this, so I have to commend them for that. So, overall, what do I think of the game? To be honest, the game is great. It's a lot of fun to play, with really cool cosmetic unlocks. However, other than those unlocks, it has limited replayability once you have played for a while due to having only one map. Since you will be doing the same thing over and over again, in the same place, launching, collecting, fighting, dying, then repeating. However, the best part is the community. Almost everyone I played with made the game fun, since when you're in game, you're talking about everything, including communicating where the enemy is, and taking them down like a team or going down as a team. Also, if you aren't already in a group, you will meet a lot of new people as the team allocation is random. I wish the price wasn't that high, otherwise it was a definite recommendation. But if you do choose to spend the money, you won't regret it anytime soon. There are things that I would like to see added, but based on what I've seen, I think the developers will continue to work on the game, making improvements and hopefully adding content. Also, considering it's a crossplay on the Quest platform and has very little to no competition, the servers will be full for a long while. So, if you're into Battle Royale games, then you'll really enjoy Population 1. Well, that's all folks. If you enjoyed the video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and share the video with someone thinking of getting the game. Make sure you enter the Quest 2 giveaway by subscribing, liking and following the instructions below. Well, thanks for watching, have a great day, stay safe and see you next time.